everyone, it's me, Roxanne, and I'm back today with a brand new video featuring the Singer Quantum Stylus 9960. On my last video, I showed you how to use the Singer twin needle with your decorative stitches to get some great looks with your stitching. But I've gotten some questions about how to use a twin needle to hem stretch knits. So in this segment, I'm going to show you how to prepare your fabric for stitching, and how to set up your machine for using a stretch twin needle. It's so much easier than you might think. So let's get into it now. The most important secret that I can share with you about making a perfect knit stretch hem is starting off with the right stabilizer. This is a mid-weight Tricot fusible stabilizer, and if you notice, it is lengthwise it is not stretchable, but widthwise it is. So it comes with directions, and this is the one that I use. This is my favorite one. So now you have that information so that you can get it for yourself. Next thing you're going to do is square it up. And right now I have it folded in half. And then I'm going to cut a piece 3/4 of an inch wide with my rotary cutter. This is the easiest way to cut this product that I've found. See, it's stretchable. And this is what we're going to fuse into our hem. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a very lightweight, flimsy rayon span. Now, if you know anything about fabrics, this is the one that is a pain in the neck to hem. I'm not going to try and fool you with using some sort of a stable knit and make the hem look perfect. Nope, I'm going for the flimsy, tough stuff to hem, and that is this stuff. So I want you to lay your fabric down, following the manufacturer's directions on this fusible knit. I decided to only use 3/4 of an inch wide for my fusible stabilizer because that's the width hem that I like, but you can use any width that you'd like for your hem. And start pressing your fusible interfacing along the edge of your fabric. You don't want to move your iron back and forth. You just want to pick it up and lay it down as you go across. Now, if you want to, you can also serge this edge, but it's really not necessary. And the whole point of my hemming video is to show you that you don't need to have a cover stitch or a serger to do a nice knit hem. Then the next step is just turning it over on the interfacing line and press the hem right into position. Now I'm going to take you over to the machine and show you how to sew in the hem. Here I am in front of the front panel of the machine, and I have already powered on the machine, and the first thing you need to do is press the bottom second from the left button, and that will engage your twin needle function, and you'll see the little twin needle icon here. I have my machine set up for a straight stitch center needle, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust my stitch length, which is by pressing this button directly below that icon. I'm going to add a little bit of stitch length to a 3.5, and then I'm going to hit the back arrow button right here. It'll take you back to that beginning screen, and I'm going to use this icon and press this button, and I'm going to loosen my upper tension just a little bit down to a 5. Now this may vary a little bit on your machine, but I found on my machine that these adjustments work very well for stitching a knit hem. You'll need to practice a little bit with your fabrication, and you may have to tweak the stitch length and the tensions just a little bit to suit your fabrication. So I want you to go ahead and keep that in mind. But these are starting points for you. I'm not going to go into installing the twin needle or the clear plastic foot B at this point, and I'm not going to show how to thread the machine for a twin needle because I showed that in my last video. So I will have the link for that video in my down bar so that if you need help with that, you can take a look at that video. I'm just going to get straight into the hemming right now. Here I am at the front bed of the machine, and I've gone ahead and set up my magnetic seam guide at a 1/2 inch, which will be at the 4/8 marking on the machine. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my fabric under the presser foot, lower my presser foot, and hold on to my threads as I start off sewing. I'm sewing at a moderate speed, and I'm just letting the machine pull it along. I'm not pulling, I'm not pushing. I'm just letting the machine do the work. Now, doesn't that look nice? And look, it has nice stretchability and recovery, and it's not tunneling at all, if you can see that. You can see that the white thread is my bobbin thread, and it's just floating between those two upper threads. And it has beautiful stretch and recovery. And it also lays nice and flat. It's not waving or wobbly. It just looks perfect. Now, wasn't that easy? I wanted to give you another close-up look of how great that hem looks, just in case you didn't see it in my previous video. I want you to see the stretch and the recovery. I want you to see that there's no waviness or wobbliness. This is laying perfectly smooth and flat. The stitches are not tunneling at all. I also wanted to say that you can make this hem any width that you'd like by cutting your stabilizer wider and turning your hem over in a wider hem. Now, the reason why both of my needles are on the hem and not one falling off to cover the whole hem like a cover stitch would is because both of these needles need to be supported by the stabilizer that we pressed into the bottom of the hem. So I hope you'll give this a try because this is really professionally done. No one would ever know that this wasn't done on a cover stitch machine. So give it a try. Thank you for stopping by today and watching my latest video on hemming stretch knits with a twin needle. I hope that by learning how to prepare your fabrics properly, to adjust your stitch length and tension will help you have perfect stretch knit hems on all of your pieces as well. I think I've shown you that it is so much easier than you ever thought, as long as you prepare before you start to hem. No more tunneling problems and no more using tissue paper underneath for support. These techniques should get you a perfect hem with stretchability, which is what we all want. So I hope if you've liked what you've seen in this video, you'll consider subscribing to my channel and giving me a like. If you have any comments or questions, I'd love to read them down below. And I've also provided the information for getting a stretch twin needle for using in your Singer Quantum Stylus 9960. So as always, have a happy creative day. Bye now.